What's up, man? Power 106 Saturday Night Loud. We are in here. Man, this is Young California at its finest right now. From the Bay to LA, we got a legend in the building, Mistah F.A.B.
Man, I remember when I could apply for Young California. It's like old California now. Hey, it's such a blessing, man, to be able to be here. And I'm happy to see you, man.
We're happy to see you, man. You've been killing the game. Shout out to you, your whole team, your unk. Like, you guys are really killing the game, from music to clothing to having your own store to just doing so much. I can't wait to talk to you today.
Right.
And really, like, tapping with the people of LA. We're honored to have you here, man. Definitely a legend in the building.
Man, much love, man. For real.
Got new music out.
For sure.
Let's talk about the new music first, man. You teamed up with the homie Game.
Me and Chuck,
Big Bro Game.
Me and Game been locked in for a long time.
Yes.
Man. Just he spent a lot of time in the Bay, coming up there in the early stages of his career. And we reached out. Was like, man, let's just do a record. Let's just do a record for the state. So the record is called "You From Cali."
Woo.
It features two of our artists, Young Scuba and Young Simi, our guys, man, on like vocalists, and we connected and put it together, and Chuck was like, I'm rocking with it, like, let's do it, and it's a beautiful thing, man, to be able to see two guys in their respective areas coming together just to try to bridge the California gap, man.
Yes.
That one Cali is something that has always been a dream of several of the pioneers from the West Coast, man, and I've been petitioning for years to be able to see a Dr. Dre and a Too Short song, or Dr. Dre and the E40 song, whatever underlining things can be removed, and that will solidify the next group of generations of just continuing to keep coming together, man. And that's the beauty of it. So the record is called "You From Cali," and it's just one of those vibes, man. Springtime, summer vibes. Hopefully, I can get Chuck up there to come do the video.
Do the video in the Bay. I love it. Come on.
I was gonna say that when you guys recorded that was in the Bay, or was that?
Nah, we did New Day internet thing, man. Chuck, what's up, man? I got this record for you. Send it.
Okay.
And he started back almost like I think the same night or the next day, and man, technology has made so many things so convenient, to be able to do that. And
So it's only right the video got to be shot.
It'll be beautiful.
Maybe a little bit
both.
of both.
No,
Yeah,
both. Like I would love to do him doing his verse up there and me doing my verse down here.
Yeah.
And it's just like just showing Cali, man.
And that chemistry.
All up and down though. We not just talking about the Bay and LA. We talking about Fresno. We talking about, the Stocktons, the IEs, because
San Diego,
all of that,
the way
man.
down.
Because all up in Cali right now, you have significant influencers that are doing their thing. Like we talk about SAC, we talk about Mozzie, we talk about, CML, we talk about individuals, of course in the Bay, but Fresno is getting their own. Stockton right now is one of the hottest places in California. For those that may not know, but you got a lot of people in that Stockton area that's blowing up. The IE, we got Zoe Osama, doing this thing, and other folks that's rocking doing that. And the Dago, of course, they continue to keep coming up, and people try to forget about them, but the Mitchie Slicks and many people that they represent, you know what I'm saying? So Cali is looking great right now.
Yeah, people are like outside of Cali, they got to understand how big it is. And we're all different. We all have such a different flavor, especially the Bay in the Northern California area. You guys have your own lingo, your own sauce that you bring to the game, and then we have us down here, and people don't realize how big and how far away they are from each other sometimes.
Sure.
You know
especially
what I mean?
out of state.
So for us to unite is a big deal. It's a really big deal, and it's important because I think that's what's going to make the rest of the country really rock with the Westmore.
Right.
Because if you think about when Cali really got popping, you were one of the leaders of it, the hyphy movement.
Right.
And then we had the jerkin, the crump movement down here. And then we linked up, and you guys all started doing songs together.
Right.
And that shit worked.
Super
it worked
worked
beautifully.
The sound resonated in the nightclubs.
Yes.
Easy for the DJs to be able to do the things and keeping the club lit. Mount Rushmore, the pioneers.
Salute to them for doing that. Yes. As OGs
crazy.
to do that in their career.
I went to the show and was
beautiful.
like this. Bruh, they got so many hits.
Hits.
Like, you just watching that, to watch all of those guys. I mean, these are people that we grew up idolizing.
Mm-hmm.
And to see all of them for the first time share the same stage, do an album, I hope that influences generations.
Yes.
Like the next show, I would love
We're
to
going to get farther with unity, period.
Period, man. Seeing our generation do it, then seeing the younger generation do it. And then that becomes the normal. Like, there's no like what I'm watching right now on troll on like blogs and things like this, people are trying to already put Larry June and Dom against each other, and I'm like, dude, stop it.
Stop it.
Like, stop it. We off that. Like, you know what I'm saying? We off that. Like, them dudes is they super dope. Both dope. Both
Period.
respect. I would love to see them do an album together.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I would love to see them do some records together and then go out on tour. It's just, it opens up the bag, man. So sometimes we be influenced by negative nuances that allow us to put negative into the world. I've been guilty of it. Many people have, but at this age, it's on my conscience and my soul to make sure that I spew. We ain't on that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta lead by example. We ain't on that.
And you've been on that, like for your video, for instance, Perfect City. When I first seen the title before I watched it, I was like, okay, this is something I'm expecting for him to be just talking about the Bay and maybe, which is still cool. But when I watched it, when I heard the lyrics and stuff, that was something for everybody in every city. You know what I'm saying? And I want to ask you, like, were you more on the creative side of that video? Because video was deep. And we talking about unity and positivity and stuff, and that's all I got from that video and the song. So I just want to, like, talk about that for a second with the creative process in that song and the video.
Most definitely. That record was put together. That was a collaboration record that me and the Golden State Warriors did. They have an entertainment company called GSE. My man David Kelly over there spearheads that, and I came to him and was saying, let's utilize our placement and our influence to kind of reach a lot of folks. I reached out to Squint, which is the director, and I told him my idea. I was like, let's go get footage in different cities so we can show that the common denominator in struggle, unfortunately, is poverty, an impoverished mindset. You can become a millionaire, you can get rich, you can get money, but if your mental is still impoverished, you're still going to repeat some of the same mistakes. And so in the Perfect City video, it was more so about us going to Detroit, going to DC, and a few other cities to be able to grab footage to show the similarities. In all inner cities, the one common denominator is poverty. Before we get to talking about crime, before we get to talking about all of these other things, these are what poverty produces. And in that, in order for us to address those secondaries, we must always focus on those primaries. So we were super hands-on in that video and talking about what we were talking of, just saying, look at what this perfect city would look like if we came together.
I love it, man. Oakland's changed so much.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Like, I got family up there. My daughter's father's from up there. And it's changed so much recently. Like, do you feel like this is going good or this is going bad? Or like, because I love seeing how involved you are, the athletes, how you guys are all involved with each other, really trying to make a difference out there. Do you feel like it's going in the right direction for the Bay right now?
I think intersectional solidarity is something that is a key component. And what that means is finding the common grounds for common good. And life is always about perception on how you look at things. As you get older, it's, you know, you begin, your perception grows. So what could be looked at as a bad thing, you could look at it, you know, with a different lens. So I'm always stay optimistic about how I'm viewing things.
It looks like big changes coming.
Yeah,
that's what I feel. I feel like it got bad, but now it's like there's always a rainbow after the storm. You know what I mean? So it's like I feel like there's so much potential.
It's
so much potential.
A lot of, the reason why it's a lot of potential because there's a lot of money there.
Yes, there is, especially next to Simi Valley and all that.
You know, when you're looking at a area and demographically that of San Francisco Bay Area is probably like the second or third highest place to live. What that's telling you is it's money here. In that, what are we doing with it though? And how is this money being allocated to affect those that have been affected? My mother would always tell me it's okay to be affected, just don't get infected. Because once you get infected, then that's when the problems begin to come, you know, uncontrollably. So our main thing now is as we watch, we're learning how to allocate not only time, attention, but financial support to areas that need it the most. So it's pivotal that guys like Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Marshawn Lynch, and several other influencers that have, you know, the finance, but the influence as well, they link in with the artists, the community activists, and we bridge things. We
Love
redo
it.
courts. Steph Curry has redone over like 20 basketball courts, parks. You know, Marshawn Lynch has done several camps to give back to the children and the kids, Draymond and all of their programs that are helping rebuild what has been destroyed. So it definitely has potential for the positive.
I love to see it, man. I love to see it. You got Dope Era, the whole clothing line, the store. Like, what really pushed you to do all that?
There was a time where my radio politics weren't on the up and up. And, you know, I was banned for like 14 years. And so,
Sheesh.
so my music was silent.
Sheesh.
So they kind of like
That's
that.
right. Hyphy music
Yeah,
got banned from the radio.
Well, hyphy F.A.B got banned.
Oh,
Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know
That's
about
crazy.
the other people. But
They felt it made the youth too crazy, but
No,
it was
it-
like, yo, come on, this is beautiful.
it's me
Positive.
being headstrong. You know, we talked about it yesterday, the difference between arrogance and confidence. And being mindful of those that you slight, being mindful of, I had a lot of growing up to do.
Mm.
And I own that. But in the infancy stages of that, where I was feeling like, wow, what am I about to do? We was like, okay, well, we created this clothing idea, my brother and we thought about it and was just like, all right, how can we get it to the streets?
Mm.
And we took the philosophy that Too Short used and was just
Out
like,
the trunk.
let's sell shirts out the trunk. So we would pull up to the most like
Love
hoods, the hood of hoods, and be like, what's up, bro? I got this shirt to go with the new J's that just came out. And cats would be like, Fab, you selling shirts? What's up with you, bro? What you doing? But they like, I ain't gonna lie though, that shirt is clean though. Let me get that. And we sat back and I just looked at the numbers and I was like, wait a minute.
Hold on. Come on, we can make some money.
We can make a couple dollars. So, you know, you got to go $200 a day, $200 a day, $6,000 a month, $72,000 a year. You like, if I could sell 10 shirts, this was at $20 when we selling shirts for $20. I'm like, I sell 10 shirts a day, bro. That's $200 a day.
Sheesh.
So we just started doing the math, man. It became lucrative and it became opulent. And in that opulence, we were able to target people that were interested in what we were doing, and we began building. But not only with the clothing, but we also my aunt created this thing called Creating Change, where we would go grab neighborhood kids and take them to amusement parks, take them fishing, doing a lot of things in the community, and we all put it under one umbrella. And so now as that expands, now we have the clothing store.
You guys use social media great too.
Man,
like,
working it.
just been seeing you guys everywhere doing stuff for the kids, doing the clothes, doing funny shit, going viral. Like, you guys really, a lot of older artists don't know how to adapt to the times, and you did it. You did it perfectly.
Right, so
Definitely.
we right there. Like, we've been the guinea pigs for social media tactics, as far as that being in our backyard with Silicon and, you know, Instagram, Twitter, and all of these things being right there. We were kind of like privy to be able to know how to use them to utilize it. And so we run. So now we have a big clothing store downtown. We have a nightclub. We
have a nightclub?
Yeah,
Where?
on a nightclub. It's right across the street from the store. So
In Oakland.
So if Dope Air store is right here, where you sitting is the nightclub. It's like right across the street.
Shoot, we gotta come drop a
Yeah,
set,
come out.
man.
I'll bring you out.
I love DJing in the Bay.
I would definitely bring you out, book you out, come out, bring you guys. You feel me? Come have a good time. Just especially in what we're doing, we're creating opportunities right now. For
Yeah,
like
that's great
different
because they
artists.
closed a lot of Bay Area clubs
for sure.
within the past 10 years.
For
So that's
sure.
dope to hear you opened one.
So having that, we have a museum, the Dope Air Museum, which is like exhibits that are teaching culture. It's like an edutainment. It's teaching about the Black Panthers, but there'll always be an exhibit about a Too Short or E40, some sports players. So the Dope Air Experience, which launches in April. It's amazing, man, to be able to see that canvas. We're intertwining a lot of AI and AR technology in the Web3. So, as I say, it's an edutainment campus for people to use and take advantage of that. And just about creating those opportunities, man, and
That's
of learning
dope.
how to weave it in and weave it out for
With
real.
all the businesses and between the music and all the stuff you're putting out, like, how do you find balance with everything? Your team seems pretty solid. Like, what is something that you guys do to stay so tight? Like, you have a lot of stuff going on, and you know what I'm saying, be so consistent with it. Like, how do you guys stay so tight?
The squad is just firm believers in, because you gonna do what you do, we gonna do what we do, and we trust each other. You know, Magic Johnson, he knew when to trust where Kareem would be. Draymond knows how to trust where Steph's gonna be. You know, Snoop and Dr. Dre, they trust each other. Thank God I've been blessed with family and friends that actually, like, everybody in our business is all family. Like, it's either my cousin, my uncle, something like that, and we running a real family business. Now, of course, we want to ascend to be able to delegate to those that are actually resourceful in their companies, but we're learning it as we go. There's going to be bumps, there's going to be bruises, but the people that are behind me take pride in being effective in what they do, and they do it exceptionally well. And I couldn't be more thankful to have a great supporting team like the ones that I've been blessed with, from my uncle to my sisters to my little cousins to my cousins. All of the things that they're doing, they run the shop, they run a nightclub, so it'd be dope, man.
Keep it in the family.
Yeah,
I
just
love it.
keeping
That's
it family,
what's
man.
up.
Like cultural nepotism.
Love it.
Wow.
Man, well, you got a new song out. Like, more, are you doing a project, or was this just like a one-time song, or what you got coming in the music department?
Carisma, I drop an album every other week.
Every other week?
You just said that on Twitter, so I was going to ask you about, like
that's our thing. It's a
legit.
hashtag PTA, pimp the algorithms.
Okay.
And in that, a lot of art, and this is a message to the artists. A lot of artists have an abundance of songs in their emails that no one will ever hear.
Especially nowadays.
Nowadays, because of
Crazy.
our access to record. Like, back in the day, going to the studio and record, that cost you a couple dollars. So you just was like, man, you spending a lot of money to go to the studio. Now, people got it at home. They got it on their phone. You got people in prison that have albums
all different types
all
of
day.
work,
You know what I'm saying? On all different kind of platforms where you can record an album on your phone.
Yeah.
Shout out to my little cousin Els, man. He's done several albums on the phone. But saying all this to say, people are always searching for the right time. And I'm here to tell the artist there's no such thing as the right time.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Like,
something can go viral from 10 years ago.
Come on.
And blow your streams up.
Like, if you're this artist who has the labels and the marketing and backing, then okay, I can understand you being strategic in your rollouts. But to the average artist out there that just makes music, put the music out.
Yeah.
Because
you never know.
You never know. The worst case scenario is this, and this is what I tell people. Imagine this. Imagine something happening to you and no one has access to your email. Your art dies with you. But imagine you putting out a record and the Kardashians do a TikTok to it. Now all of a sudden, Northwest is doing a TikTok and the whole world is like, oh, I love this song. She listens to it. I want it. Now your streams blow up overnight. We have to be able to give ourselves an opportunity to the independent artists, to the solely independent artists that know nothing about music industry and things of that nature. Put music out.
Put it out.
Put it out. You know what I'm saying? Drop it and worry about all the other stuff later.
Right.
People are like, oh man, I don't got this right. I don't got this right. It ain't, man, listen, bro.
Just put it out.
Put the music out.
Make sure you getting your percentages. Make sure your family's tied to it. Look what happened to Dolph. Look what happened to Nipsey. You know what I mean? Their stream unfortunately after they passed, their streams went crazy. But they were smart enough businessmen, so that money's getting to their kids now.
Sure.
So definitely
Put the
music
out. So every other week, I'm dropping an album.
Okay.
Like, and then I'm just like, I'm putting different features and things. Like on this project that I just dropped last week, it's called March Motion. And I have Game, I have G Perico, I have Larry June, several other artists, like people that, my colleagues and people that I've been building with, some friends, some people that we've met along the way in music. And we just putting music out, man. Like, and I tell people, don't be afraid to not be popping. Some people are afraid to not be popping. Like, they're afraid to drop something and it only get 1,000 views, or only get 100 views. Like, you like, dude, don't worry about that. Because like you just said, all it takes is for one record to go. And then they're going to come back and review your whole catalog. So stop telling people, oh, man, I'm just waiting on the perfect time, or I'm doing it. Man, drop the music, dude. Give yourself a chance. To the ladies, to the dudes, or whatever. If you're making music, put it out, man. It can never be an oversaturation of music. People drop thousands of songs every day.
Every day. Check my email.
For real, though. You feel me?
That's beautiful. So every week, so that one's out.
Yeah.
So I can imagine how much you got in the tank. Like,
crazy records.
What about some out of town features? Like, who have you been fucking with lately?
I've been rocking with Benny the Butcher. We
nice.
all tied in our family.
What?
So,
okay.
we all went out on the road with Benny. We went overseas, did over things like with Ben. Ben is like really our family. We do a lot of things as far as with our manufacturing company. The Executive Air and Executive Prints. We're printing up his merchandise for his tours.
Nice.
So we've done stuff with Benny. I think the last project we did a record. Me and Ross did a nice record. But you know the kind of people that we are, Carisma. You put me anywhere, I'm locking in. I'm tied in. Me and
Who haven't you worked with that would be that dream feature, Dead or
Nas.
Alive? Nas, you a nasty Nas. Escobar. Ooh, I would love the wordplay on there.
I just I'm a fan. I love Hove, but I'm a crazy fan of Nas.
I'm with you on that. That's exactly how I was coming up.
Like
Jay-Z's the big, you know, Jay-Z.
Like that's the big dog.
I love me some Nas.
Hove is the big dog. Hove is the homie that you just like. That's just my big dog. Like I just be riding around, pull up with the homie. Like, what's up? What we doing? You know what I'm saying? Nas is the dude. Like, dude, let's do a record together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I since Illmatic, like I've been a real fan of Nas. Since I've always been. I've been like Esco. Esco was like the dude to me. So Nas is I'm a super huge Nas fan.
That voice, man.
I'm a super
Belly, the movie, everything about him.
I'm an Esco fan for real. Like man, like I said, I love Hove, man. Hove is one of my biggest influences because I just love what he's done outside of music. With music too. Don't get me wrong. Huge Hove fan.
Oh yeah.
But what he's took it from, like me and my brother Duckman was talking about Hove yesterday about this is the same dude that we watch hustle on some street pharmaceutical stuff. Like
now
and
he's buying NBA teams.
This is the same dude making decisions about who gonna perform at halftime.
Period.
Or the football game, Super Bowl. Like this what we talking about? So that's crazy.
Come on.
But man, my dream collab though for sure, Esco, man. I would love to do a record with Nas, man.
Somebody call Hit Boy. Let's make that happen, man.
Come
on, Hit Boy, make that happen.
You feel me, man? Like you feel me? That'd be some dope, man. You know, from Oakland to Queens, man. But everybody, man. Like I've been rocking with everybody. Me and Tip have been doing a lot of stuff. Tip is very, very interested in putting some motion and action behind me and Unk's show. Me and Unk, we have a show we just locked in with NBC for doing a lot of the interviews with the Warriors. So we do like post-game interviews with all of the Warriors, private practices and things of that stuff with our XS and stuff. We're doing a crazy documentary for like this Last Dance kind of like setup with the Warrior players, some behind the scenes, offside music. So Unc and I are doing that along with, you know, our viral skits and stuff that we've been doing on the internet. We're like the hip-hop version of Sanford and Son. So, you know.
Yo, Unc just came out of nowhere. One day, I swear, like one day you just were everywhere. And that's all I ever saw. That's all I ever saw.
Unc got a rehab. Unc, what's up, man? Come here, man.
Come say what's up. Man, you got the fit on, too.
Off camera, Unc is shy.
Too?
He's shy, like, off when he ain't in the mode.
Why you putting me on back?
We got the dope ass fit.
Man.
Come on.
I ain't as articulate as you, nephew. And you know the things that I say might not be radio ready. So I try to get up here and let you play that part, man. Because if I get up here and do me, it might not go right for
we
you.
gonna get bad.
Next time we come up here, we might not be able to get on the radio.
That's a good thing though. Radio's changed too, so we doing things different these days.
Oh, okay, we can say that.
So I would love the game.
We
Let's
pushing
go.
the real always.
This Unc, man. So Unc is like what we've been doing, man. Unc has a great story, man. You know, and his story of coming from what he's come from and what he's come out of. So a lot of the elders and OGs in our community be like, man, what you and Unc is doing giving me motivation, man, because I didn't think I could have a second win. You know, and that second win, when you find that and you establish that.
A lot of people feel that, yes.
Come on, we be shocked by the people that come up to us, the people that come to the nightclubs and come to the store, and they just be like, man, Unc, bro, you inspired me, bro. You inspired me to tell my story. So
I think that sometimes people just don't understand the importance of their story to be able to tell their story. Once you find out the importance of your story and how that it can really affect somebody else, then you be more excited about telling it because you know it's giving you the opportunity to help other people. When you don't have it. So for me, it's like I'm passionate about the things that I do because I knew the hard work it took for me to find a way to have a second chance. And a lot of people just be having a spirit of giving up. They might not have gave up all the way, but they not be motivated or really into what they can be able to do because they be like, man, I'm older, I can't do this, I can't. Like, nah, you can do the same shit. You can do the same stuff that you was doing before. You just have to find another way to do it that'd be more effective than the way you was doing it before, but you can still put the same time and effort into it, and you can change lives by doing it.
Message.
What's the
love
most
it.
important thing you learned from y'all journey? Like, it could be together, like, with just one thing, like, something that's just the most important thing through everything you've been through.
Love. Like, when two people really love each other, when they really support each other, when they really dedicated to making sure that each other is better, it gives you, like, I might not want to get up and do something for me today, but I know I need to do it for my nephew. So I'm going to get up and do it just because I want to make sure that it's done for him. So when you love somebody, you can lay down on you, but you won't lay down on the team. You know what I mean? So, like, I can't go bad. I can't go get high. I can't do this because I didn't establish something with my nephew where he should be able to get up in the morning and be like, I don't got to do this. I don't got to do this. I don't got to do this because I'm going to make sure this, and this done. So if I don't want to get up and take care of my responsibilities, I'm going to get up and take care of his responsibilities because if I wasn't willing to do that daily, I should have never started doing it, period.
Dope era movement. I love it. Loyal to the soil, loyal to each other. I love to see it, man.
Rapper, not me.
If y'all don't know, man, I love it.
Nah, it's love, man. So it's unks all like my sister, my cousin, Lil Cuz, intern. My cousin right here, Doe, man, he was, step out of federal penitentiary, man, and was like, man, cuz I ain't going back. We got to bag what we doing. Let's go do it. Let's create this company. Let's get behind it. We got some artists we're gonna bring to the table, to the forefront. You see my man Duck Man, he represent Alaska.
How'd y'all meet from Alaska?
Like just going up there, doing music and
wow.
And as we talked about, just hustling. And you know what I'm saying? You go up there and we like, man, we ain't even know there was no black people up here.
Crazy.
Like
I've been watching documentaries on Alaska. It's
like
crazy. You don't be having daytime sometimes,
he's
right?
He's from a full-fledged hood. Like Duck is like we went up there for a show. And they was like, yeah, we from the hood, come around with it. We like
Alaska. What?
Right. And you went up there and he was like, oh, y'all from a hood. Like, y'all getting money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, anybody that's familiar with, the street side of things, man, if you really been hustling and you got a chance to expand your game and your hustle outside just your neighborhood and your block, you know what areas be thriving and, what thrives in those areas. With no further speaking on it in motion, stuff like that, Alaska was very good, man. Nice. Some hustling. And this dude has emerged out of that to say, man, it ain't nobody coming up here for us, bro. So we got to come move around. So moving to Atlanta, coming to LA, moving to other spots, and just getting around. And now we just networking. And now it's basically just like, bro, we just need a shot. Just mention us.
The legend now, man.
Like just mention us. Just we gonna do our own thing. Like he like, bro, I don't need nothing from you, bro. just an opportunity. But as far as hustling and the bag, and I got my own money, got my own, like, you know what I'm saying? And that's how we rock with each other. Like everybody that you see me with, we self-sufficient. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got our own bag, everything. We may not be a household name anywhere else, but we got everything that all the other folks got. We, the Wraiths, the Lambos, all the material stuff that people salivate over. We got all that. We don't care about that stuff no more. That's what we got. Our main thing is just showing, look at this motivation, bro. Look where we came from. We still here. We still pushing. We still creative. We still making music, making movies, making and potentially and eventually making history. For real.
Alaska. Y'all the West Coast too, man.
907, man. It's
West
the Big
Coast,
West.
baby.
Big Northwest,
West
man.
Coast. Come
Duck
on.
Man. Y'all know the name. Duck Man 707. At least come say what's up so they can see your face, man.
Duck Man 907.
Alaska's finest.
Yeah.
Yo, you ever ate whale? I see they be training
Nah,
that whale up there.
No whale. Never ate no polar bear.
Crazy.
None of that.
Sheesh. Hey, now you in nice form, Southern California.
I ate
Beautiful,
some
right?
real
Come on.
Alaskan snow crab.
Oh.
Shout out
Okay,
to the
now that
seas,
sounds
no
bomb.
disrespect. You feel me? I was just talking about the crustaceans. But yeah, so we had a real good, but some halibut up there. The food is delicious.
They don't know what halibut is.
Ah,
Hey,
we don't know what real halibut
crazy.
is, huh?
Real halibut, yeah.
Halibut go crazy.
Halibut. king
You ate
crab.
moose?
Never ate a moose. If it ain't on McDonald's farm, I ain't rocking with it.
Me and Unc ate deer. We was in Cuba. We was in Cuba, ate some deer. That was different.
Oh, deer, yeah, I ate some deer.
Yeah, I was
in
deer.
Cali, Indians used to eat it.
Yeah.
Native Americans.
You eat salmon?
Salmon?
King
Yeah,
salmon.
I ain't been to
King
Alaska and eat
Alaska
salmon. I could
king
imagine.
salmon. But nah,
Is it- the Northern Lights, is that people like would die to be able to see that? Is that something you've gotten to experience?
Nah, yeah, I see that. In the wintertime, if you go up north to like Fairbanks,
Mm.
it's like that every night.
But I
in
could
the
just
sky.
imagine. People say it's so breathtaking, like it's
Yeah,
once
yeah.
in a lifetime.
Yeah.
Okay, I
what's the
love
single?
it.
Talk about the music real quick. I know we got a quick second. What's the single we pushing?
We pushing single. We pushing the single locked. Me, Benny the Butcher, Roddy Rebel.
Sheesh.
And then I got a tape I just dropped, OTG, Off the Grid too.
Okay.
I just dropped that like a week ago.
Okay, so that's out now?
Yeah, tap
Oh,
in
we're
with
gonna
that.
definitely go get that.
Yeah, for sure. And we dropping every week, every month. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like I said.
Oh,
We're just
I love
flooding the
it.
game, man. Big shout out to Benny Butcher, Roddy Rebel, Smurder, the whole family, man.
That's my
And
boy.
we just been working, man. Like really
No,
working.
we
though.
see you guys. We see you guys. That's
real.
why I was like, man, let's get you here.
I love you for that
Let's
too.
go.
man.
It's
For
only
real.
right. We got this new show. I wish you could have been at Rolling Loud. You know what I mean? Shout out to the
That
whole
was
Rolling Loud
crazy.
family. Hopefully, we get the Bay Area Rolling Loud back.
That'd
I
be
heard
dope.
they're working on
That'd
it.
be dope.
Heard they're working on
That'd be
it.
dope. It was lit though when they came.
It was super
I don't think
lit.
it was too many problems. It was lit. Oakland showed a lot of love and a lot of
Mhm.
people showed out. Mozzie actually brought us out.
Oh,
You know, free the fella.
Mozzie, man.
Free the fella.
Free Mozzie.
Fella brought me and Lil Blood out. They went crazy. Before I go, I just want you to know that it's a lot of love. And like I told you one day, man, I appreciate you allowing me to own up to my growth. Without further talking about it, you and I know, and reading in between the lines, man, I just appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Because
Oh, man.
some people, once doors are closed, they never open again. So for you to be able to open
I've
that
always
door,
been that little rebel in the radio world. You know what I'm
Man,
saying? Like, and I've always
love
been
you
a
for that.
fan. I've always been a fan. I've
I love
always
you for
loved you.
that.
Always appreciate you. From the north to the east to the
You
west.
feel me?
Come on.
Now we going, but hey, man,
Obama's.
Bay Area, man, it's a lot of people up there that's really working, that deserve their flowers, that may not get a chance to, you know, get outside of that, man, just based off, they just got to keep pushing. So the big, you know, the Filthy Riches, the Yiz, the Katos, the all of the people that's really working up there, man, the Yees, the Lil Pete's, the Zay Bangs, the Lil Beans.
Say bang.
It's so many people in, like, right now, from, you know, the
DB
Larry
by the
Jones,
bag.
the DB by the bag,
Woo!
the Cash Click Bugs. I'm
Y'all
talking about, I
got
could go on and on and on about the talent that's up there right now. They working. They working. The Mike Sherms, the G-Bos. It's a lot of folks that's really, really working. And all we ask is, man, just when y'all looking out for the world, come check out some of them dudes up there, man, because they doing their
Sure.
thing, man. You feel me? Every city, man, every city up there is working, and they got some selected candidates that could be, you know, carry the torch for them in the, you know, in the Rap Olympics, man. So I'm just happy to be a part of it, being a voice of it, to be able to spread
Oh,
it.
congrats, man.
For real.
You are doing your thing. I love to see it, man. Congrats.